Hi everyone. This video will take a look at Assignment 8. Assignment 8 is Discussion Forum 6. And before we look at Discussion Forum 6, I'm going to come back up here to the top of the website where we look at student resources, and we're going to be looking at sentence patterns 3 and 4. You've already looked at sentence patterns 1 and 2. When we open this folder here, you'll notice that there's a video and there's also, again, written examples of the sentence patterns. So you may find it useful to actually print this file here and have it in front of you when you're trying to create the sentence patterns in your discussion forum. We'll come back down here. And Discussion Forum 6 is the second discussion forum, the third discussion forum, where you're going to do research in order to do the discussion forum. You have to do that for social media and for visual media. The research that you're going to be doing for this discussion forum may be more along the line of what you expected might happen in this class. This discussion forum is going to deal with writing routine business correspondence, primarily letters and email messages. Now, these are the things that you may have imagined that you would be doing in this class, and if you imagined that, then you were correct. So there are 6 discussion topics. And again, you don't have to cite your sources unless you're giving direct quotes. You can cite your sources if you want to. You can paste them at the bottom of your first discussion forum post. So here we're going to include examples of sentence pattern 3. There are 2 examples of sentence pattern 3. There actually are more than 2 examples, but we're going to focus on only 2 examples of sentence pattern 3. So 3A and 3B. And then you're also going to include a minimum of 5 examples of other sentence patterns that you have already used. And at this point, you should be writing most of your sentences in correct sentence patterns that we have discussed. Now, there are a few more, another set besides 3. We have sentence pattern 4 that we'll also look at. But you shouldn't be creating too many of your own personal favorite sentence patterns right now, particularly if they are long sentences that are too hard to punctuate. So this will work the same way as your other research discussion forums worked. Your first paragraph is at least 4 paragraphs, at least 6 sentences per paragraph, not too much more than that. And then look at, some of the things you learned. Have you ever received the goodwill message? Do you think written goodwill messages are important? Have you written a negative news message, persuasive message? Kind of answer some of those questions. It kind of guides you through what you might want to include in addition to some of the things that you learned in the research. First posting, again, reflection on the research. And coming down, 5 response postings to 5 of your colleagues in the class. And always be conscious of looking and seeing which ones of your colleagues have already gotten a lot of responses and which ones haven't gotten very much. Don't just respond to your colleagues that are at the top of the list of posts. And obviously, all of your posts have to be well written. This is a writing class. You're going to be showing examples, labeling sentence patterns 3A and 3B, and showing examples of other sentence patterns. You can label those if you want to. And here at the bottom, I gave you 1 example of sentence pattern 3A and 1 example of sentence pattern 3B. So this is sort of a familiar discussion forum format for you now. And you will have 1 more discussion forum where you will need to do research.